Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, your go-to spot for understanding the hidden stories in company reports. Today we're diving into Hilton's latest update, and let's just say they're checking in on their performance, and we're about to decode what it all means for the world of travel. Before we check into the details, if you enjoy breaking down these corporate filings, make sure you're subscribed. And if you want to chat with fellow number crunchers and get direct access to our analysis, join our Discord community linked in the description below. Alright, so what we have here is a current report, basically a quick snapshot from Hilton Worldwide Holdings Inc. It's filed on July 23rd, 2025, and it's all about how they've been doing in the most recent quarter. Think of it like getting your hotel's performance review, but on a much bigger scale. This report is filed under specific rules that public companies have to follow when they have something important to share. It's a way for them to keep investors and the public in the loop about what's happening within the company. Hilton stock, the common shares that many people own, is traded on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol HLT. This means that the decisions and performance of this company are visible to everyone, and this report is a key piece of that puzzle. The main event here is all about how Hilton has been performing financially. They've released a press announcement, and that's what this report is really built around. It's sharing their results for the quarter that ended on June 30th, 2025. So on July 23rd, Hilton put out their official word on how their business did in the second quarter of 2025. This is where we get the juicy details about their financial health and operational successes or challenges. Now, when a company files a report like this, they have to include all the supporting documents. This section is essentially the exhibit hall for the report. It tells us what extra information is attached. The most important exhibit is that press release we mentioned. It's the source document for all the financial figures and announcements. This is what we'll be digging into to understand Hilton's recent performance. Think of it as the detailed menu that accompanies the main announcement. And who's signing off on this report to make sure it's all accurate and above board? It's Kevin J. Jacobs, who holds the important title of Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer. This is the person who has the ultimate responsibility for the numbers and the financial story the company is telling. And the date of the signature confirms that this report was officially submitted on July 23rd, 2025. So we're looking at very recent information about how Hilton is faring in the competitive world of hospitality. Now, while this report doesn't contain a direct financial table within the main body, it points us to a press release that does contain those critical numbers. The press release, which is filed as Exhibit 99.1, would typically detail their revenue, profit, and other key financial metrics. Although we don't see the table here, the main implication of this filing is that Hilton has announced its quarterly earnings, and we can infer they're sharing information about how much money they made, how much it cost to make it, and what's left over. For Hilton, a company in the travel and hospitality sector, the most important numbers would typically involve things like revenue from rooms, food and beverage sales and other services. They'd also be looking at occupancy rates, average daily rates for rooms, and how much it costs them to operate all their hotels. A strong report would show growth in these areas, meaning more people are staying at Hilton hotels. They're spending more per stay, and Hilton is managing its costs effectively to turn those sales into profit. Warren Buffett always says to invest in businesses you understand, and who doesn't understand hotels? People travel, they need places to stay, and Hilton is one of the biggest players in that game. So when we look at their earnings, we're essentially looking at how well they're doing at providing a service that billions of people use. Are they attracting customers with good value, great service, or maybe a strong brand reputation? A key thing to watch for in any Hilton earnings report would be the performance of their different brands. Hilton operates a vast portfolio, from luxury brands like Waldorf Astoria to more mid-range options like Hampton by Hilton. How each of these segments is performing tells a story about consumer spending habits and preferences. If their luxury segment is booming, it might signal a strong economy and confident travelers. If their budget-friendly brands are doing best, it could indicate a more cautious consumer. Another crucial aspect is their pipeline. This refers to the hotels they have under development or construction. A robust pipeline means Hilton is investing in future growth, signing new management or franchise agreements, and expanding its global footprint. This is a sign of confidence in their long-term strategy. What we're not seeing in this specific Form 8K are the detailed financial tables themselves for this particular filing date. However, the filing is the formal announcement that these results have been released. Typically, these results would be presented in a clear, organised manner in an attached statement or press release, detailing revenues, operating income, net income, and earnings per share. Any significant deviations from analysts' expectations would be a major talking point. For instance, if revenue was 5% lower, it could raise concerns about demand or execution. The real story here is that Hilton is reporting. This act itself is crucial because it means they are transparent with their investors about their financial performance. The absence of the actual tables in this document means the specifics are in the referenced press release, which is a standard practice. The key takeaway is that Hilton has provided its update for the second quarter of 2025, and the market will be dissecting those numbers to understand the company's health and future prospects. Now, looking at Hilton as a whole and thinking about where they're headed, Hilton has a fantastic global brand recognition. That's a huge strength, almost like having a built-in advantage. People trust the name and know what to expect. Their strategy of franchising and management agreements, rather than owning every single property, also allows them to grow rapidly with less capital investment, which is very smart. A notable risk for any hotel company, including Hilton, is always economic downturns. When people tighten their belts, travel is often one of the first things to get cut. So if the economy starts to wobble, Hilton's numbers could feel that pinch. Also, competition is fierce in the hospitality industry, not just from other big hotel chains, but also from alternatives like Airbnb. Hilton needs to constantly innovate and provide compelling reasons for guests to choose their properties. In conclusion, this filing is essentially Hilton saying, here are our latest numbers, folks. The real analysis will come from digging into that Exhibit 99.1 press release. But the fact that they are reporting signifies adherence to good corporate governance. They are updating the public on their financial condition, which is fundamental for investor trust. Alright, that's our quick decode of Hilton's latest update. What's your take on these filings and what they signal for the future of travel and hospitality? Drop your thoughts and any questions in the comments below. If you found this breakdown valuable, please hit that like button. It really helps us out, and subscribe for more insights into the world of corporate finance. And don't forget to join our Discord community for even deeper dives and discussions. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Corporate Decoder.